Hey guys, this is On Productions, aka number 4673, and I'm back in Cinders part 11. And we're in a very interesting scene. Let's just continue with that. Alright, I got the impression that you've been flirting with me for the past few days. Now, I may just be a humble merchant, but reading people comes with the trade. And you certainly weren't this nice before. Not this kind of nice, anyway. Now, of course, we will not say I was just friendly, because that's bad. So, either maybe or yes, I was. And that yes, I was sounds a bit too happy, doesn't it? Like, oh, it worked, I'm so happy. Kind of naive, I guess. I don't know. It just would sound kind of weird, I guess. And maybe that's even more flirty. That will be kind of weird. I don't know. I really don't know. I guess it doesn't make that much of a difference, does it now? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, yes I was. Of course I was flirty. Hope you're not feeling threatened by women who take control. Who prefer to stop reflecting and start acting. Not at all. I'm more than comfortable with that. Besides, like you said... Yeah, I'm sorry someone interrupted me. Besides, like you said, perhaps I'm slightly too far on the reflective side. But not far enough to not respond to a beautiful woman's attention. Okay. Well, I certainly hope you're not. You've barely seen a peek of how attractive I can be. And I'd hate seeing you running for the door because you prefer damsels who wait and pine. I thought you promised no more fairy tale metaphors. I'll try. Saved by the plates. Thankfully our meals are here and we can stuff our faces silly. Let's eat. Oh, it sure looks good. Actually, I'm surprised. It doesn't seem like a place that would serve meals like this. Oh yes, that chef is excellent. Chief? Chef? Chef? Chef! They even have a chef? Sure they do. This may be a local inn, but the food here is quite well known. According to some, the old king liked to dine here from time to time. This must surely be a rumor spread by the cook. Chef Cinders. And no, quite the contrary, he denies it. Really? But it only makes the people more suspicious. Of course it does. Besides, those who remember the old king have little trouble believing in the story. He truly was a great monarch, royal splendor and honor embodied. Just and strong, but also kind and caring for the people. He was a ruler, not a distant one, and people still miss him. Coming here and eating the food he favored gives them comfort. What kind of food was that exactly? Why, the royal cucumber soup, of course. You cannot be serious. Cross my heart. You must realize how ridiculous it sounds. Like I said, underneath the old king was an humble man. You're obviously pulling my leg. I am shocked and appalled by such by such baseless accusations. You're impossible, Tobias. Still, the meal is delicious. I wish it could come here more often. You can't afford that many comforts living with Camosa, can you? Would you believe me if I said that only now I'm beginning to understand your situation? How it changed after your father died. We may be childhood friends, but I don't really know you all that well, Cinders. Actually, I think there are some farmers and traders whom I know better than you. There's really nothing to tell. My life isn't that interesting, and for the most part, it's completely uneventful. Besides, we both know how my situation looks these days. I prefer not to dwell too much on this topic if that's fine with you. Of course, I didn't mean to spoil your mood. I know. You know that what would make a really nice subject for a conversation? Yes, you. Okay, I bet that Tobias the merchant have some really interesting stories to tell. Somehow, I doubt that, but alright, what do you want to hear about? Definitely don't want to hear about his love life, that's way too forward. His plans and dreams, I want to hear that. Remember how we used to fantasize about being all grown up? I remember you wanting to be a fairy, if I'm not mistaken, and you, general of the king's army. But I don't, but I don't want to reminisce. Ah, I'm interested in your dreams now. Dreams, eh? Well, there are all sorts of dreams, you know. There are those which you carry for a lifetime, and those that vanish after 1 week. The latter types includes, oh, please may the sugar trader come on time this month. But I'm guessing you're asking about the other kind, are you not? As much as I respect all people who find the sugar market fascinating, I prefer to hear you about your plans for a happy life instead. A happy life, now that's a nice topic and a really simple question. You know, if I had grown up, I had grown up a bit faster than the rest of the children, leaving those childhood fantasies behind me. But I don't regret it, my adult dreams are simple enough. I'd like my business to be successful, and I'd like to find a good wife and have children and eventually retire. Calm, happy, and secure life. That's my idea of happiness. Without any regrets about not becoming a royal general? None at all. So it's just riches and love. Yes, just riches and love. That may not seem like much or seem boring to you, but reaching such a goal still requires lots of hard work. I may never ride a white horse leading a host of my men into battle, but that doesn't mean I can't be happy. You know what? I am quite happy with the way things are, actually. I don't expect things to change dramatically, and I'm content with that. I have an honest trade for honest people, and that's who I want to be in my life, an honest man. Maybe you don't want things to change in a dramatic way, but according to what you're saying, one element of your plan is still missing. So which one would you choose if you had to? I'm sorry, Cinders, you've lost me there. Choose between what? Love and riches. Don't you know the stories? Sometimes you can have both. Well, I do remember the stories, and I think I agree with how they usually teach to value one over other. Love. That is my choice. Money, or rather the sense of security and peace of mind they give you, it is important. But no money in this world can give you the kind of love I'm talking about. As for being alone and rich, well, we can consult your stories about how that usually turns out. The love I want, that I dream of, is enduring. It's both tender and strong and can shield you from the world like the best armor. He is a hopeless romantic. I did not expect that. Well, welcome to the club, Tobias. Come join me. Anyways, but will also give you strength to go out and confront it, and it will provide you with a place to get back to once your battles are all over. No money can buy you that. Well, Mr. Merchant, it seems you seem to be very good with words when you speak about the things you truly care about. Or maybe just the things I believe to be true. Maybe, I wouldn't know that. Apart from the stories I read, I don't really have any real experience, neither with riches nor love. Enough about me, I want to hear about your dream. I don't have anything else interesting to tell you, I'm afraid. I just don't know yet. Surely there must be something you dream of. I guess I made a habit of not wanting things which are beyond my reach. And the way things are right now, everything seems to fall into that bag. It doesn't matter if I dream about marrying and having lots of children, or becoming the queen of the next glorious or just king. It's all equally unrealistic, so I prefer not to wish for anything, not spend too much time dreaming. You shouldn't worry too much about it. I'm sure a young woman with your wits and imagination will find her path in life without trouble. I know you well enough to be aware of how strong and determined you can be. You'll find your goals, and you will achieve them. Thank you, Tobias. It is exactly what I needed to hear. It's not often that I get support from like that from anyone. I see you've finished your meal. Oh yes, it was delicious. Thank you, Tobias. Would you like to go for a walk then? I can tell that you're just as stuffed as I am, and there's nothing nicer than having a stroll after a decent meal. Besides, the town looks really something in the evening. Have you ever had a chance to see it? Yes, it's very beautiful, I know. The strolls are very high on Camosa's list of things I should be doing. It's decided then. Let's go. Still, it's quite late. Are you sure it's safe to walk around? Ha, don't worry. What could possibly happen? You're with me. All right, Mr. Poet, let's go. Ah. And then his wife said, "You can't lie, probably. At least, if you can't lie, probably, at least have the decency to pay the poor man." I had no idea you can even order such a thing at things at your store. Well, it is a general store after all. Ha! That's enough. Well, I'm glad you like my stories. Usually I can't share them with any one salesman ethics, you know. Well, I guess I should really thank you for sharing them with me then. And thanks for the evening. I had a great time. Thanks for accepting my invitation. Glad we could talk and pick up on loose ends. I really missed talking with you, and I didn't even realize it. I felt like I've met a different person tonight. I've learned quite a lot about her. You already knew me very well, Tobias. That's what I'm trying to say. I didn't, at least not like this. You can hardly compare the relationship we have as children to us talking now. Besides, the connection was weakened when your father died. Do you remember that? One day we were talking at least once a week, and the other you were a customer and I was the merchant. Those weren't the happiest of times. I could tell you were suffering, but I wasn't able to reach out to you. And after that, it just stayed that way. We would only speak about groceries and how much money Camosa was willing to spend. You're right. It all changed back then. It's nice to talk again. I forgot how much I needed. Tobias, do you really think I've changed? Of course you did. You used to be a girl, and now there is a clever and beautiful woman standing in front of me. Oh, tell me more about her. Would you say that she's also likable? Quite a lot, to be honest. Since we're being honest, I must say you've grown to be a very nice man. Now that is something this simple man is not used to. Flattery from a young woman. And the next season collection isn't even out yet. Actually, I'm the one who got a real bargain this time. Thanks for agreeing to go out with me. That's not exactly accurate. It was a pleasure for me as well. It's hardly a bargain. More like a fair and successful transaction. True. So I guess you should be going back home now. It's really late, and I'm sure you'd hate to make your sisters worried. Oh God, no! 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 I cannot say that, but oh God, give me a second. Okay, after some thinking, I really care, but okay, let's save. But I don't want to take that option, okay? I don't have the guts. Let's take this. Yes, I should go. You're right. We've been talking for hours. Gloria must be out of her mind now. Which means it's probably the last time you'll see me alive. As soon as I walk through the door, she will murder me using the first thing that's heavy and sharp enough. Like a poisoned blade. I think she's hiding in all of her hair. Actually, she looks more like the candlestick type of murderer to me. She really does, doesn't she? Although I'm afraid she wouldn't be brave enough to do it unless Camosa would specifically order her to. Perhaps that's for the best. It would be a shame to see you murdered with a piece of decor. You're so sweet. Or killed by a bear, for that matter. Would you like me to escort you through the dark forest on your way back? I'm serious, Cinders. It can be dangerous at this hour. Now that's really nice of you, but I know the way well enough to easily evade the clutches of the big bad wolf. Alright, I won't argue with you. I really hope you'll have another chance to come to town soon. I'd love to see you again, you know. Yes, I'd like that. So, I guess this is goodbye for now. I have to end the episode here. See you in the next one. Bye!